Hey everybody, my name is Victor, the creator of Embody Success, and today I'm going to talk about how to conquer your social anxiety. And I used to have a lot of social anxiety. When I was a little kid, I was hit by a big firecracker. I was about 10 years old. I was watching a fireworks show, and these were like real serious fireworks. And one of them was so big, it was one of the last ones they were going to fire off. And it came with its own launch tube. This one firework came with its own like massive launch tube, just to kind of enlighten you as to the gravity of this situation. And after this firework was lit, the launch tube tipped over and this firework shot directly at the crowd. And I was in the front row. I was about, again, 10 years old, this little dorky kid. And all I remember is this big flaming ball of fire coming at me. The next thing I know, I was getting tackled by people. Apparently, I was walking around in flames. But when you experience that degree of pain, your body instantly goes into shock. So fortunately for me, I don't remember it all that well, the actual experience of it. And it was a serious situation, but what lasted with me is not like the fear of the firework or anything like that. It was social. I had severe social anxiety because I had scars on my stomach and on my arm and on my hand. Now, as I got older, they kind of, in relation to my growing body, they're not as noticeable now. But at the time, they were very noticeable. In fact, what I had to wear for a year were these nylon-looking things. They're called pressure garments. They're to help the scars of scarring from burns. The scars have the tendency to get like really fucked up and really just get massive. These pressure garments held on, kind of kept them at bay. But they were very obvious as I was wearing this thing. I had this like whole sleeve, again, like your mother's tan looking nylon. I had a glove and I had this whole bodysuit that like zipped up in the back actually, but it was like up to my neck. So you could see something was going on with me. And as an 11-year-old kid in like 6th grade, it was fucking a nightmare. When we were playing basketball in gym class and they said shirts and skins, I prayed to God every second that they were not going to call on me because I'd have to like show, what the fuck is that? What are you wearing, Vic? What is that? Oh, well, I was hit by a firework. I was so insecure about it, so fucking, and though I eventually, the pressure garments wore off and, I kind of went on with my life. I didn't think too much about what happened to me. But as I got into high school, there were situations that would trigger just a palpable degree of social anxiety, just anxiety. For example, when a girl would talk to me, even if she's like, hey, Vic, my face would just blush, beet red. I would start sweating. This social anxiety was literally on a physical level. It wasn't just like I had insecure thoughts, like, oh, I don't think she likes me. It was like my body reacted powerfully. And the fact that was happening led to thoughts of like, oh God, she doesn't like me. And then that just kind of like fueled this endless circle and it just perpetuated this situation. But eventually I discovered heroin is the perfect solution to all that. Just kidding. It's true. That I had such a degree of social anxiety that I ended up becoming a strung out junkie because that was the only thing that helped it go away. But I, of course, got clean since then, and as a result, did have to deal with that social anxiety finally. And there's 2 ways that I discovered to actually cure yourself of social anxiety to the point where you can be in the exact same situation that used to create massive emotional upheaval and anxiety to where you're in that same situation and you feel none of it. You are completely at an even keel. It's possible. I've done it, and I'm going to tell you how. The one way is to put yourself in those situations, is to actually allow those emotions to come up so you get used to them. It's kind of like, I'm really a big fan of mixed martial arts because the amount of anxiety these guys feel before a fight, I couldn't imagine it. I train and I spar and that's scary. But these guys, they talk about it. You can see it on them. You can just imagine the nerves of working for 3 months towards one goal, and one little fuck up, and you wasted 3 months. Then no one's gonna want to see you fight again. It's it's an incredibly intense situation. But experienced fighters, they get used to that. They get used to functioning even though the anxiety is there. They get comfortable in it. And that's the first stage of dealing with it. To just put yourself in situation after situation. If you're nervous around talking to girls, you go talk to 20 girls every single day. And you know what? The emotions will be there for a while, but you will become better able to function within that emotional shitstorm you're experiencing. The second part of that, you have to work on yourself. You have to become a enhanced and enlightened and better and stronger version of yourself simultaneously. Simply going into the storm over and over and over and over as the same you, that's not going to really cure anything. You have to elevate yourself. You have to raise your consciousness, become smarter, become stronger. Okay, and the way you do that, there's a lot of ways to do that. I have a whole program dedicated to that. It's a fitness program that also works on your mindset, helps you work on your intelligence, helps you raise your natural intuitive abilities, which is a higher guidance system. Some people call it your higher self. Some people call it your spirit self. There's actual systematic approaches to helping increase that energy. And that energy will give you confidence, because that energy is who you actually are. And it will start to influence the way you talk, the way you act, the way you flow through life. So that's the key. You have to improve yourself. You have to be on a path of self-improvement, self-development, self-empowerment. Okay? Read books that are going to enrich your life. Like, well, there's a gazillion books. I'm not going to think of specifics, but I'm talking, rather than reading like the newspaper, which is just going to fill your aura with fear, read something written by like Ralph Waldo Emerson or like Osho or Eckhart Tolle, or there's a lot of different there's thousands of really empowering reading authors of particular books that will broaden your perspective on life, make you sharper and more intelligent, give you new insights. And get your ass in shape. If you're really overweight and you're not happy and you're out of shape, then yeah, you're going to be apprehensive talking to girls. But that's a blessing, because that's that apprehensive saying, hey, get your shit together. Maybe if you weren't so out of shape, you wouldn't feel so unconfident. So start a strength training program. Start eating, start dieting, start getting yourself at an ideal weight and putting on some muscle so you have something to be proud of when you go to these girls. You'll start to push them away. Say, fuck you, you're not good enough for me. I work on myself, bitch. I read, I strength train, I'm starting a business, I'm on fire. You are not good enough for me. So you have to cultivate that attitude. Okay? You can do it. But you gotta be a man of it. You gotta fucking man up. You can't just puss out and pray it away and hope it just goes away. You got to put yourself in the storm. You got to work on yourself, become a badass, and then that will go away, and you will be free of it. And then you know what? You're going to be a magnet to people. People are going to be coming and flocking to you, wondering what have you done, man? What's your secret? You're different. I don't know what it is, but you seem different, and they're going to notice, and you're going to feel great about yourself. Okay? Every single person on this planet can do this. And it's not easy, but you just got to do what I said, man. It works. Try it. See what happens. All right? Good luck, guys. I'm always here to help. I'm a guide for you. If you guys need me, you leave a comment. I'm working on this program that's going to help you with all that. If that interests you, just leave a comment in there. Right now, I don't have any links or anything. I'm still in the process of creating it, but it's a strength training program. It works on your mindset. It raises your psychic abilities with your energy, your psychic energy, your spirit energy, as I mentioned. And it gives you also practical ways to conquer these addictions, these social anxieties, and these limitations that are weighing you down. So if you guys are interested in that, hit the thing below, leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you. All right? God bless you. You can do it. Peace.